So, hi, today I'm going to discuss the next question, the Leetcode top interview 150 study plan, that is product of array except self. So what this question basically asks us is we are given an integer array nums and we have to return array answer such that answer I is equals to the product of all the elements except the number nums I. That means if for all of these above elements in the array nums we have for example for zeroth index that is 1, we have to give answer as 2 into 3 into 4 that is except 1, that is 24. For element number at index 2 that is 2 here, we have to give 1 into 3 into 4 so that we have excluded only 2. Then for 8 we have to give sorry, for 3 we have to give all numbers multiplied except 3. So what the easiest solution here which exists is we have a pre-computed sum or multiplication of all the numbers, and then we use the division operator, but it could lead to some problems like uh, if constraints were not actually the numbers were not actually between if the number then the numbers could be zero, for example here in this case, so it would make all the multiplication of all numbers as zero, or like division by a zero is not possible. Also in this question particularly we are restricted to use a division operator, so we'll use a different approach here. So for optimized approach, let's first define the answer array that I'm going to finally return. Then what I'm going to do is compute the multiplier multiplier for all the numbers one by one, starting from the first index, that is int. That int current is equals to 1. Then for int I equals to 0, I less than nums dot size I plus plus. So what now I'm going to do is push the current multiplication we have done till now into our current, that is a answer, and update the current by the current multiplying it with the current element, that is nums of I. So for example, we are starting from the zeroth index, so we are first inserting 1, then we are inserting 1 again because the first element was 1 actually, by updating the 1 into 1. Then for 2 we are like, for 2 we are done, so for 3 we are inserting 2. For 4 we are inserting 3 into 2, that is 6. So now once we are done from one side of the array, that is first we went from left to right. Now what we have to do is go from right to left. So why we do this actually is when we go from left to right, we cover the numbers before 3. But from when we go from right to left, we also cover numbers from uh, after 3. So that's how we get the final answer, that is 1 into 2 except 3 into 4. So that is it. So to do that, I'll redefine the current as 1 to start multiplication from the um, last. So to do that, I'll do make an integer I which starts from nums dot size dot -1, that is the last index of the array nums. I will go on till I is greater than or equal to 0, and I'll do constant. I'll constantly decrease the index, that is I. So now that I'm done, what I need to do is I have already inserted left to right before an element. Now I need what I need to do is insert right to left. So to do that, I'll multiply the current answer with the current and update the current as I go on. So current is equals to nums dot I. Once I'm done, I could simply return answer. Let's see if it is working fine. So there's a compilation error. Okay. So okay, I did not mention the index here. So answer I. Yeah, it is working for the preliminary cases. Let's see for all the cases. That is working for all the cases. So basically, what I did here is first I computed the left part of an integer, that is 1 into 2. Then I computed the right part. Then I multiplied both of them. The same thing happens when we move from left to right, to also in when we move right to left. Just that key we are skipping the current number because we are actually multiplying first and then updating to like avoid the current element. So to analyze the time complexity, basically we are iterating the array two times. That is basically 2n. So we have a big O of n as the time complexity, because we aren't like doing any other operations except multiplication that are considered O of 1 operations. For the space, I'm using the answer array. So that is meant to be actually returned. So I I won't count it as an extra space. Also, I'm using constant integer. Like I'm also using an integer current, so I'll also count it as a constant space. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.